Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arsenal snubbed £35 million offer from Champions League rivals for phenomenal Gunners player. The future of Arsenal forward Folarin Balogun is one that is quite speculated, and a new report suggests that the Gunners have snubbed a move for the player from a Champions League rival. Arsenal have forward Gabriel Jesus and Balogun reportedly does not want to settle as a rotational player. The same report also suggests he does not want another loan move. Now, according to FC Inter News, Inter Milan have made a move for the striker. They have offered around £35 million, including bonuses. Despite this being a big bid, it's one that Arsenal are not happy to accept. They have deemed the offer too low and are hoping for more money. The Champions League finalist lost Lukaku this summer as he headed back to Chelsea following his loan at Inter Milan expiring. Now, they are looking for replacement. Balogun definitely seems like an exciting option for Inter Milan. The phenomenal forward has only played 10 senior matches for Arsenal but impressed on loan last season. He has massively impressed after his 22 goals in League One last season. With the 22-year-old impressing in a top division, it's no shock to see him want to play consistently and not settle for being a backup. Due to this great form, Arsenal will feel like they can demand a hefty fee. In this current market, it's definitely fair for them to reject the current offer. With Inter Milan also their Champions League rivals next season, they will not want to just accept a low fee for a player who could come back to haunt them. Balogun looks like a top talent with lots of potential. Due to this, he has a high value. It's sad that he does not want to stay at the current project as they are doing great things, but selling him will be able to find other top signings. Fabrizio Romano says Thomas Partey has come back this summer in ridiculous shape. Pre-season is upon us, and this is the chance for players to really impress their managers heading into a new season. Interestingly, pre-season is also a time for some established players to show that they still warrant a place in the starting 11, and at Arsenal, there are a few players whose positions are under threat. One man who may well feel threatened is Thomas Partey. Declan Rice has just been signed, potentially as a replacement for the Ghanaian, and the £45 million man may be feeling the pressure. However, it sounds as though he is rising to the challenge. According to Fabrizio Romano, speaking on the Here We Go podcast, Partey has come back to pre-season in incredible shape, and Mikel Arteta is apparently very happy with the midfielder. Romano shared what he's been hearing about Partey. He said, also, the feeling is that it will only change with a big proposal. Otherwise, Arsenal are very happy to continue with Thomas Partey. I'm also told that he returned to pre-season in very good shape and a good mentality, and Mikel Arteta is very happy with his approach. Arteta is very happy with the player and how he is beginning this new season, so everything is under control with Arsenal and Thomas Partey. The gauntlet has been thrown down for Thomas Partey after the signing of Declan Rice, and it sounds as though he is stepping up to the plate. Partey knows that his position is under threat and that he will need to work his socks off to stay in the team, and it sounds like he is doing just that. Rice may be the new £105 million man at Arsenal, but you'd have to be a fool to write Partey off just yet. 24-year-old Arsenal star now says Mikel Arteta gives him so much confidence. Arsenal's Sky Havertz says Mikel Arteta immediately made him feel supported at the club and has given him a lot of confidence. That's via an interview with Sky Sports, in which Havertz adds that he hopes to repay all of the efforts Arteta has made with him. Havertz said, I think he was giving me this message from the first second. When I spoke to him the first time, I felt the support straight away, and I think this is very important for me as a player, and he just gives the trust to me, and I hopefully can give it back. 24-year-old Kai Havertz has already been subject to criticism during his time at Arsenal, something Arteta thinks is unfair. considering Arteta's side are in pre-season and Havertz has already scored 2 goals in 3 games. The criticism does seem harsh. However, Arteta will be aware of the pressure on his new £65 million signing and is therefore clearly keen to support his star. Havertz will take a lot of confidence from Arteta repeatedly, uploading all of the characteristics he will bring to Arsenal this season. Arteta has praised Havertz's versatility and suggested he could even play as a target man for the club. However, the former Chelsea player looks initially set for a role on the left side of midfield, the position vacated by Granit Xhaka. Kai Havertz's Arsenal career will no doubt be a fascinating story to watch this summer. Gunners hoping to sign very clever player, says a journalist. Arsenal have already made 3 signings this summer and are apparently in talks over a potential fourth. Tutto Mercato Web recently reported that the Gunners are on the verge of landing Bitello from Brazilian outfit Grêmio. Admittedly, there have been conflicting reports on that front, with Fabrizio Romano playing down the speculation. He told Cout Offside, I am aware there have been reports claiming a deal is close for Arsenal to sign Bitello from Grêmio this week, but I'm not sure things are as advanced as others have suggested. Despite the conflicting reports, the seed has been planted. There has been a lot of analysis involving Bitello and Arsenal of late. For instance, scouting outlet Breaking the Lines recently wrote a detailed feature article on the 23-year-old amid the Gunners' lengths. Now South American football expert Tim Vickery has spoken to Sky Sports about the Gunners' hopes for Bitello. He said, he's been flying under the radar because he is a bit of light developer and his club last year were in the second division. What really excites Arsenal about this player is how well Bitello has dovetailed with Luis Suarez. You have got to be clever to play with Suarez, and Bitello has been on a really good wavelength with him. Admittedly, Vickery isn't sure whether the Grêmio ace would cement a place in Arsenal's starting 11 anytime soon. However, he still feels Bitello would be a great squad option for Mikel Arteta and co. All in all, Bitello looks like he could be a solid signing for the Gunners. Admittedly, he may need a bit of time to get up to speed in the Premier League. Liverpool have overtaken Arsenal as favourites to sign £14 million player. It feels as though we have been talking about Romelu Lavia leaving Southampton for almost a year now. The Belgian midfielder joined Southampton for £14 million last summer, and almost as soon as he made that move, speculation about his future started. A deadline day bid from Chelsea last summer was reportedly made. Lavia was spoken about a lot in January too, and this summer the rumour mill has gone into overdrive. Indeed, links to Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea are ongoing, but according to The Independent, the view within the game at the start of the summer was that Arsenal were the favourites to sign Lavia. However, according to this report, Arsenal have now fallen behind in this race, and Liverpool are now seen as the favourites to sign the youngster. Lavia will seemingly be on the move this summer, and with the impending departure of Fabinho at Liverpool, there is a huge space for him in the Reds squad opening up. The fact that Arsenal and Chelsea have both been in for Lavia this summer is a testament to his ability, and the two London clubs may well regret not signing him if he does ultimately end up heading to Anfield. Of course, there is a long way to go in this transfer tussle, and as Arsenal's previous status as favourites to sign Lavia shows, things can change very quickly in this game. One thing is for sure, between Declan Rice, Moses Caicedo and Lavia, Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool should be heading into next season with much stronger midfields. Can any of these sides wrestle the Premier League title out of Manchester City's grip? Time will tell, but it will be intriguing to see how they all get on. David Ornstein says £40 million Arsenal target has almost agreed to join Chelsea. Mohamed Kudus is being linked to a number of Premier League clubs at the moment. The Ajax ace has been at the centre of a number of rumours regarding Arsenal, Chelsea and Brighton, but it sounds as though we may be close to a conclusion on this one. Indeed, according to David Ornstein, speaking on the 5 Insider, Kudus has been deep in talks with Chelsea as of late, and apparently, the attacking midfielder is very close to agreeing personal terms with the Blues. Ornstein shared what he knows about the £40 million man. He said, yeah, Chelsea came to the fore. Brighton had previously been the leading contenders. Chelsea are looking to strengthen in the attacking midfield department. As I understand, there has been some dialogue with Ajax and there has been some dialogue on the player's side that has made an agreement clause on personal terms. That's one to pay attention to. You have seen Arsenal linked with him as well. I have mentioned Arsenal previously as one of their options, but I don't know of any movement on that front. Of all the teams Mohamed Kudus could have joined in the Premier League, Chelsea may be the most intriguing. Indeed, after signing Christopher Nkunku this summer, the Blues aren't short of attacking midfield options, so where would Kudus play? He can play out wide or up front, so perhaps he is seen as the answer to Chelsea's long-term number 9 issues. Of course, we are still a little way away from being able to call this one a done deal by any stretch of the imagination, but this is certainly one to keep an eye on. Arsenal could still end up signing an incredible player this summer, says a journalist. According to Graham Bailey, speaking on the Talking Transfer podcast, there is still an outside chance that the North London club end up signing Moses Caicedo this summer if Partey does leave. Bailey shared what he knows about the incredible 21-year-old. He said, they want an overall deal worth £100 million. Chelsea are nowhere near that yet. Chelsea need Caicedo done massively. I still make them strong favourites. There are other options out there. Do Arsenal look at him if Partey goes? Possibly yes, Bailey said. If Arsenal now go out and sign Moses Caicedo, then this will have to be considered the best transfer window in the club's history. That would be 4 transformative first-team signings brought in for more than £250 million. It would be the biggest statement of intent the Gunners have ever made, and you would have to make them one of the favourites for the league title if they manage to get these deals done. Of course, as Bailey says, Chelsea are still the firm favourites in this title race, but if that deal falls through and Partey leaves Arsenal, there is the small chance that Caicedo ends up in North London rather than West London. Caicedo is a player that Arsenal fans should still be keeping half an eye on, even if this deal looks unlikely. Brazilian football legend suggests Neymar could be the key to Arsenal's success. He's had his fair share of critics, but on his day, Neymar is still a spectacular player. The Brazilian hasn't perhaps hit the heights expected of him after he left Barcelona and signed for Paris Saint-Germain back in 2017, though he would add some joga bonito to any club he played for next. At present, Neymar remains a player at the French champions and, given his astronomical wages of €56.3 million per year, there is only likely to be a few clubs in world football able to afford him. That hasn't stopped countryman and former Brazilian football legend Julio Baptista suggesting that Arsenal could be the perfect next destination for the 31-year-old. Speaking on behalf of Gambling Zone, he said, I think Neymar is comfortable at PSG, but maybe the best move for him is to create a new atmosphere at a new club, maybe a club that supports him and gives him all the confidence that he needs. He doesn't have that at PSG. The fans don't like him a lot and maybe it's time to move on and try something different. Why not? Arsenal is one of the best clubs in Europe. We know that the last 8 or so years, Arsenal have not produced their best or been as competitive, but now with Arteta, Arsenal have something different. They have started to construct something powerful. Why not? Maybe this could be the key. In Brazil, we say that you have the house, you have everything, and you just need the key to open it. Maybe Neymar is the key to open and complete everything at Arsenal. He is an incredible player. There is little chance of Arsenal even making an inquiry for the star simply because of the cost of any transfer operation. Even if PSG were to accede to a loan deal, the likelihood is that they'd want the Gunners to pay the players' wages of over €1 million per week, whilst at the Emirates Stadium, it's a nice dream, but not one that's likely to become reality anytime soon. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.